so much for this, but, and the cat was fine.
Oh, should I do my roots? Or should I leave it now? Like, go out now.
Then there's structural issues and
Let me cover this.
too, or we're going to have to just knock the house down. So I started walking towards the oak tree, and I found piles and piles of these bags.
Oh yeah,
and
you
then I looked
spray.
at the ground under the oak tree. Really, all I can say to describe how it felt. The second you stepped into this building,
I'm never using a regular spray
you
bottle again.
immediately wanted to just leave it.
Wow. Hey, when it does that, it looks straight. Like, whoa. I'm gonna straighten it so bad, I know it would be like, Wow. It's literally officially out of frame. Oh! That's crazy. Heatless straightening.
On this project, I probably had just over 1,000 arguments over the stupidest things always, but you're just so financial is going to turn up.
I feel like it would be so cool to do that type of video.
Pretty much on average, it's
but
like 200
I
per day
don't want to
and on a project like this with my brother and me, well, that's 400 quid a day saving if we do the work ourselves. But it's not that. It's a lot more money because look, this is probably going to come across quite arrogant, but I don't really know what other way to explain this. If you are working on your own house and you're the one paying the interest payments each month, you're not taking an hour plus lunch break. What I'm meaning is instead of walking with a wheelbarrow,
now you're
running,
eating
because the
money.
longer it takes you, the more you're paying in interest. And especially when you've spent $500,000 and then you've spent tens of thousands to get it to the point it's looking like right now, and you're like, oh, brilliant, I've just devalued the dump of a house. I do just want to say, this video is a little bit of a different style, and there's a reason for it. Well, this project was going to be the first video on my YouTube, and I borrowed a friend's drone, and I started really strong. And what you're about to see in a minute is the one time lapse that I ever filmed with myself, because when I watched it back, I saw the quality of it and was like, oh, this looks awful. Then this little voice of doubt's going on. No one's ever, was a ton of time, a huge amount of effort, and then what every person on YouTube or on TV misses, cash, a lot of it, but the final result
This brush really does save a lot of time.
The
because
right was one of the best finds in the house for some reason.
I mean, traditional brushes would just be
Took all the bricks and the plaster off, we found that beam, so we reinstated what was there 100 years ago. Now the kitchen that I'm about to walk into, that cost $9 grand. The tiles on the floor and in the entrance hallway and the downstairs toilet, that was 2,800 quid. The windows in this place were 10,200 quid. The electrician was 8 grand. The plastering is a crazy number, 11 grand.
I just don't want to straighten my hair for like years.
And it reveals what it
And
truly looks like. Now in this house, there's a lot of doors, and each door costs 200 quid. So just add them up. It's a whole
maybe like
upstairs and in the living room. It's all oak flooring. That was 5 grand for 2 wood burners. That you see, that was 1,100 quid. And the plumbing cost, we need to remember, we did it all ourselves, so there's no labour cost, but there is a huge material bill because there are so many radiators. And there's underfloor heating, there's 3 toilets, there's 3 sinks. I'm actually thought of doing one in the kitchen, but that all came to just over 7 grand. But we did manage to save a lot of money on the furniture. Now, you might be looking, Chris, where did you manage to get all of this?
I wonder if I can get away with being American in the UK, but like faking an accent.
Was piled in the master bedroom when we bought the house, and we paid someone 1,100 quid to sandblast to escape the 9 to 5. And yes, we created a beautiful home, but there is a huge financial aspect because buying a dump of a house in the right place at the right time, is one of your only chances in
True.
life to increase your equity massively. And before I say the final numbers, know there was houses like this on there, and someone actually bought the fire damaged house off of the back of one of my newsletters. So if that's something that interests you, just search Have Some Vision on Substack. There's also a link in the description.
Substack.
And I'm really proud of my YouTube channel, but I'm infinitely way more proud. Insulation, there's skirting board, there's door linings, there's gravel. The list goes on and on. But it came to a total of just over £120,000, which is a lot. And considering the fact that we paid just over £500,000, numbers getting mad. But what you've got to remember is it's all levered money. It's bank loans. So there's actually not that much real money being invested. And after 14 months of working on this place, we've got it valued at 1.175 million, which is
so
absolutely insane.
English started in England, and they pronounce the words funnier than anyone else.
Newsletters, and I post them every single
Are we doing it
Sunday.
wrong?
And remember,
Is
you can go
THF?
far in life on your own, but you can go further together, and you can get multiple people on a mortgage. And the London project, that was my brother, his girlfriend, and me. I know people who have had 4 friends on a mortgage. And the last thing I want to say is, no matter what's going on in your life right now, just keep pushing through it, because it always gets better. And if you give up now, well, you might as well have never even started. So just keep going, have some vision, have some work ethic, and I will see you next.
Oh, Jordan. That's what you sound like.
Extremely busy street in downtown Bronx, so it was easier said than done.
Cool. Our car's cute.
YouTube, if you were to tell me 4 years ago, hey, you're going to start YouTube and it's going to take you to the point where you're buying multiple Porsches, and now you're buying an E30 M3, you've got an LS1 Swap 276 and a Duramax.
If somebody told me you're gonna start YouTube,
crazy. I don't even like talking
and
in
then
front
one
of
day,
people or on film. I get nervous. We were laying on the floor. Little did Rat Boss know, his foot simply couldn't stop the screw from penetrating into his foot.
I can't do ponytails. My hairline will be back here.
If you've never been in a similar situation, you can check out Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. Morgan & Morgan don't settle for lowball offers. And if you don't win, your fee is completely free. And what's great is it only takes a couple of minutes to find out if you have a case with Morgan & Morgan. If you ever got seriously injured, your case could be worth millions.
I'll be trying not
And
to
you're only a few
stress.
clicks away from potentially changing your life. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Matt Ross. Or you could also scan the QR code on screen. I want an E30 M3 that I'm going to drive around. I'm going to drive it all the time once it's up and running.
Streaming.
And not worry about it. I want to enjoy this car. I don't want to let it just sit in the garage. And obviously with what I do on YouTube, I couldn't afford a showroom-worthy E30 M3 anyway, and even if I could, then I wouldn't want to drive it. So I wanted a project, and I wanted to put my own spin on an E30 M3. You guys watch my trailer videos, you know that I bought this trailer for $800, not including all the extra fees, and it's untested. So now I'm driving an untested trailer home with a very expensive car inside. These things are pretty rare. You never see them out and about. I've never seen one in public, I don't think, other than at cars. Driving through Bronx.
Yeah.
Alright, now just figure out how to get this out of here by myself without anything bad happening. Good thing it's light.
I have timberland charge.
Ouch. Clearly I'm not used to trailers because I hit my head on that cable numerous times. You can see the car was lined up straight, but it was going
That
towards
red
the
is
driver's
shiny.
side, and that's because, well, the passenger side rear wheel was completely loose, and I'll show you guys why a little bit later. Oh.
That's how Doritos red used to be. Now it's all orange. The
Not only is my driveway surrounded by
Damn.
wheels, tires, a whole other E30, but it's a hill on every single side.
not-
So I almost lost control of the car. It would have been an ugly. I finally got it.
Shut up.
You can see how candid that rear wheel is now. Even though they both do the same thing. This car is small enough that I really don't need the brush handle. That's the real reason that I'm using this mitt. I wasn't initially digging the red because I already have a red E36, but the more I look at it, this, I think, is the right color for this car. Now, the interior is completely torn apart and it looks like a mess. That's an understatement. But part of the reason is it's filled with suspension parts, and I haven't done much research yet, but I believe the suspension is from a Z3, but it is all 5-lug stuff. It includes a new rear subframe. Well, a brand new second-hand subframe. It is missing the gauge cluster, which kind of sucks because that's M3 parts that came with the car. Please, and I'll also do the front subframe. Likes, comments, and subscriptions are highly appreciated. Stay tuned. Get back to work on this real soon.
Whoa. Ah. I know what episode it is. So on season 2. Shoot.
Year-old cottage.
Got black.
That was, well, in not the best condition. It was completely a pack.